I'm Alissa Adams, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer.
And I'm Jim Ross, and I'm the Senior Vice President of Leasing.
I would say that one of the biggest misconceptions is people think that new stores fill overnight, and in reality, it can be a very, very long process.
The process is lengthy. It used to be shorter years ago when I first started this, but now it can take literally years. Von Mauer is a great example. That was 12 years before we finally signed lease. Well, we've actually been going for decades, literally decades. Every May in Las Vegas, there's a convention. Landlords set up meetings to meet with retailers, and it's an excellent opportunity for us to get face time with a lot of stores that ordinarily wouldn't make a trip to Fargo to come see us, but it gives us the opportunity to sell our shopping center to them.
You know, we have 2 full days of meetings, and we meet with both current tenants, tenant prospects, people that are interested in coming to the mall, and it's a great opportunity to build those relationships and, like Jim said, to really showcase what we have going on at West Acres. It definitely varies by store. I think another more recent example is, somebody that we talked to about a space a year ago. They're excited about the space. We both were excited about them coming, and it's taken a year for that to come to fruition.
Yeah.
So even the most simplest of deals can take a long time.
Yeah, and it started in earnest right away. We actually had a letter of intent right after the 2023 conference in Las Vegas. The lease isn't signed yet, but it's this close. We're almost there.
I mean, not only when we go to this convention, but we take that into consideration all the time. It's crucial that we are aligning the stores that come to West Acres with what our customers want.
A couple of great examples. We added Lush to the mall recently. That was one of the most requested stores. It was nice to get that one in, and there are more to come. Stay tuned.
So we will have scenarios where a store is really interested in coming to West Acres, but we don't have the right space, and sometimes that is part of what takes a long time to get a store here. It's a bit of a waiting game. We have to make sure we have the right space that fits their needs. It needs to be the right size, the right location within the center. Certain stores like to be around certain other stores, so we have to take that into consideration, and sometimes it's just a waiting game.
Sometimes it's a waiting game. Our best tool that we use for that, we have our lease and site plan, which is on our website as well. And we look at that many times a day, and it's almost like a game of chess, because sometimes we have to figure out how to accommodate a store that needs 5,000 feet, but there's a spot in the mall that's only 2,500 feet, 3,000 feet, so we need to figure out how to expand that, and oftentimes we'll move some of those pieces of the puzzle around doing relocations, or in some instances leases expire and then we have control of that space.
Yeah, we always view change as an opportunity to get new stores within the mall, maybe right-sized stores if they're either too small or too large, but change is something that's common in our industry and something we deal with on a daily basis. Often people associate shopping centers with big national brands, and of course they're really important to us, but it may be a misconception that actually a third of the stores at West Acres are locally owned and operated, and West Acres itself is locally owned and operated, which is unique within the industry.
And some of our independent retailers are in the category that they're in are some of the most successful in the country. Our men's clothing store, Halberstadt, for instance, is the #1 shop-in-shop, Johnston & Murphy, in the United States for independent menswear stores.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we love the local connections that we have with these stores are amazing. We have stores even like Drift that they came into West Acres, and the individual that started Drift, it was her first job, and they're absolutely thriving in our environment. So it's so fun to hear all these success stories of the locals within West Acres.
Absolutely. That's been one that's been, as you said, a lot of fun to watch. As a startup, it's become a very successful business in a relatively short period of time. But when you come to West Acres, you can tell there's something unique and different about us, and it largely is our local, our ownerships in the mall every day, and it makes a difference.
We often hear in person at those conventions how truly surprised some of these national brands are by West Acres when they come to visit, and just that the mall itself shines, and it's obviously a clean, well-run center, but it has this authentic connection to the community that I think is missing in a lot of malls around the country.
Is there anything we can look forward to coming soon?
We hope so. And there are a number of things we're working on that we're extremely excited about.